It's Chris Sheridan here from IndySoup, and we're here at the Unser Racing Museum. And this is my new girlfriend, Joni, and she's going to explain to us about this beautiful yellow car behind us.
Well, that beautiful yellow car is the car that Al Unser Sr. won his 4th Indy 500 race in 1987. Mr. Unser, as you know, to this day holds the track record at Indy. Has led 644 laps. That's way more than any other driver in history has led at the Indy. This beautiful number 25 that you're looking at, that's what we call the March car or the Cummins car. It's a really interesting story how Al and Mr. Penske and that car came together for that fateful race that year. Al was at the track. He didn't have a ride with the team, and he was just there to support his son Al Jr. in his pursuits. Well, somehow Mr. Penske learned about this Cummins car. It was a one-year-old race car. It was actually a show car. It was a retired race car. It was on display in a hotel lobby in Pennsylvania somewhere. And anyway, Roger Penske thought that was a pretty good deal, or they made him a good price on it. And so they drove all night, picked up the car, got it back to the track, put a brand new engine in it, and invited Al to drive it for him. So Al laughs about the story. He says, well, there was a retired race car and a retired race car driver, and we got together and somehow or other made it happen. So.
Oh, that was definitely an exciting Indy 500.
Yes, it was. It was his 4th, so that was very cool.
Okay, now there's a lot of amazing cars here, the Johnny Lightning Special, as well as some of the other cars. These are the ones that would be involved in the Pikes Peak, yes. Very good. Well, you're the docent. You know more than I.
Well, no, but actually Pikes Peak, I think, is the oldest race in the country. As you know, this is the centennial for the Indy 500.
Yes.
This is the 100th year. The first race was in 1911. So, but Pikes Peak has been racing even longer than that. It's a pretty exciting race. In the years that the Unsers were racing there, it was a dirt track about 20 miles up the mountain, up to about 14,000 feet. And of course in July, when it's Pikes Peak races are run, it always rains and snows and does things like that at that elevation in Colorado, which makes it even a lot more fun, you know. But the Unsers have won, the Unser family has won about half of all the races at Pikes Peak that have ever been run. So they've got an amazing history. The Pikes Peak wins really started with Uncle Louie, who started winning races in 1934. So,
wow, so it goes
quite
way
a ways
back.
to go.
That's great.
But we've got some cool cars to show you. We've got Bobby's car that he won in 1956 and again in 1958. That's a 4-speed Jag engine, but it's got a 2-speed rear end. And they say if you try to use any more than 2 gears at Pikes Peak, you've lost the race. So that must be the reason for that. And then the number 78 car over there, the white car, that's very possibly the lightest weight race car that was ever built. That car weighs 800 pounds. Wow. Powered by a 220 Offie. I mean, it's one powerful piece of equipment. Mr. Conzi came up with that titanium roll bar, which the other drivers kind of scoffed at Al when he came driving up in that funny-looking thing and called it a bird cage and what are you doing in that and all that. But anyway, Al went on to not only win the race that day, but he set a new track record driving the bird cage. So the year before Al drove that car, the number 78, went off the mountain and down about 300 yards and landed on a boulder. So it was had to be rebuilt by Mr. Conzi. Mr. Conzi was quite a remarkable guy. He not only came up with the roll cage concept, but his machine shop in California also developed things like the knockoff hubs, you know, for the fast wheel changes and the quick change rear ends for race cars and stuff like that. So,
oh, great.
pretty neat guy.
Well, speaking of the 500, I'm on my way, driving out there, 2,000 miles,
Yay.
and I had to stop in here and see
course.
this great racing town with a great racing family. So are you going to go? Are you going to go to the race
Absolutely,
this year?
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm on my way too. So,
Okay.
well, actually on Thursday.
On Thursday?
We're going
Okay.
out, but I'm looking forward to being there for Carburation Day.
Oh, good.
So, whole family's going, all 6 of us. So, be looking for our red shirts. That'll be us.
Okay.
So,
Well, are you going to have fun and watch, or are they going to put you to work?
oh no, I'm
They're
just
not.
having
Okay,
I'm
good,
just having
good.
fun
All right.
watching.
Well, we don't want to ruin your time.
No working over there. That's for sure.
All right. Well, Joni, thank you so much
Oh, listen,
for
it's been such a
talking with
pleasure.
me and showing me around these beautiful cars and
It has.
beautiful lady.
Oh, it
You're
has
so
been a
sweet.
pleasure.
All right.
It has been a pleasure to meet
Okay,
you. So,
my pleasure.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.